There was absolutely no order this morning. Total chaos. Total chaos. It was like I was on the back of a horse, and I had thousands of head of longhorn going crazy around me. And that voice had to come out this morning. And it sure did, and it controlled that chaos. Yeah, you're right. I'm that kind of Texan. And now I'm on the backside of that hill of chaos. I'm coming down. Yeah, you're right. Woo! Let me tell you about it. My dogs are hungry too. Are you hungry, little man? You want some eggs? Brothers and sisters, the chaos I speak of, far worse than spilling a little bit of dog food on the floor, because my red bone will pick that up. No, brothers and sisters, it was full-on chaos. Not really. So, I've been up since 5:32, and it is still before 8 a.m., right? I got up, I had a cup of coffee, and I made that second cup, and that second cup is still here. I took a couple sips of that second cup, and I got out to feed the cats. That's the first thing I do. I feed the cats. But as soon as I got out there, a pit bull showed up. And it stayed. So as you can imagine, lots of problems evolved from that. Stubborn dog. Why did that stubborn dog stay in the driveway? Well, because there's 3 bowls of cat food now in the driveway. Cats are scared. But they won't come near the bowls of cat food because I'm there. What's going on in here? Well, you see, this pit bull was barking. Unbeknownst to me, it'd been out there all night, barking. I get the best sleep on the weekend, this being Sunday morning. Yeah, so I slept through it. I don't usually sleep through stuff around here, but on the weekend, I might. And you might be able to imagine why. It's a little quieter on the weekend. And yeah, I let go on the weekend. I like to slow down, work at a different pace or not work at all. Usually Friday evening to Saturday, throughout Saturday, I will take it easy. But on Sunday, I want to just get back at it and start working, right? This is the beginning of my week, is what Sunday is. So I'm trying to begin my week. I'm trying to get back at it. Get on the grindstone. You know, the rat race. Get at it. While it's still quiet. While people are still moving slow. Maybe they're hungover. Maybe they're just moving slow. Well, this pit bull is yakking and yapping. And then here, the red bone, yakking and yapping. Yaz, little corgi hound mix, yakking and yapping. The cat's hiding under the porch. So, I go out there and I try to appease the dog. This is before the voice came out. I brought out a ball. You want to play? No, don't want to play. Even though the tail's whacking. This is the kind of dog that barks and sounds aggressive, but will never commit to being aggressive. It'll come up and run up to you like like all hell's about to break loose, but stop just short of 2 or 3 feet. You think you're about to get tore up, but it never does it. It's all bark, 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 yap, yap, yap when it comes to humans, right? It'll bark at you, but it's not going to hurt you. However, dogs in the mix is a different story. I can't get the dogs out at the moment, right? So I'm like, what do I do? And there's so much noise going on. The place where the dog lives is close by, and nobody's looking out the window. Nobody's coming out. I'm being loud, but the voice has not come out. I'm not on horseback yet, right? I haven't got up in the saddle. I don't have thousands of head of longhorn around me going crazy, and I gotta control them. We're not there yet. That voice has not come out. I've not lost it yet. To be fair, just so you know, I never really lost it, but the voice came out. But sometimes the voice has to come out to control, to be the herder, to be the shepherd, you know, to bring chaos back to order. We're not there yet. We're using other methods. We're trying to appeal to the dog's intellect rather than strike fear in its heart. So the dog disappears eventually, and I still have cat food. So I come inside. I'm trying to settle these dogs down, get them saddled up, get their gear on, their harnesses on, to get them out. Yes, this one's like, you've got past the pour, and it's just sitting there soaking up. Why don't you just give it to me? Let's just give this to her. But I gotta be with Yaz for him to eat. So let's feed this one right here. There you go. They gotta be separate, because Tulsa, my red bone, is so freaking food crazed. If she can get to Yaz while he's eating, she'll try to bully him off his bowl and take his food, but that's not going to happen. That little corgi hound stands his ground. He will not give up. If he feels threatened, he will fight. Hence the issue this morning. Now this dog ain't gonna bite me. It hasn't. It seems hurly-burly, right? But it won't commit. Like I said, it won't come up and snap at me, but it'll act like it's about to, but then cut short. But it won't cut short when my dogs are out there, and my dogs are trying to tie it in knots and put corks in, you know, because they gotta go. It's early in the morning. It's the first time out. They've been asleep all night. They gotta drop. They gotta make deposits. They gotta wet the grass. They gotta do all that business, right? And then they want to walk around for a while it's cool. And it was cool this morning. Nice temperature out there in the low 70s with like almost no humidity at that point. It was a really beautiful morning, except for all this disorder. So it seems like the dog has disappeared. It's been about 5 to 8 minutes, and I haven't seen the dog out there, so I'm like, maybe we can get out. Maybe we can sneak out real quick. As soon as I get on the porch and lock the door, who's standing in the driveway? That damn little dog. Well, it's a pit bull with short legs is what it is, right? And I'm like, shit. And I can't just get these dogs to turn around and go back inside. The door is locked. The screen door is shut. They're going off like there's a coon in the yard, like a raccoon's in the yard, because, you know, one of them is a coon hound. They're freaked out. They're trying to protect the cats. I look over the banister. There's no cat food. The cat's food just got eaten while I was in here and thinking the dog was gone. The whole time the dog was being sneaky, scarfing the food. And I'm just like, my goodness, what do we do? And then that dog hightails it all of a sudden. He just takes off. I'm like, oh. And we get off the porch, and then he comes around the corner and like full on trying to attack. It's a female. I said he. I misgendered the dog. Oh, good thing I'm not in the UK. So it's about time for that voice to come out, right? We're creeping up to it. I'm getting louder. I get my dog's in control after a bit of a scuff. Nobody got hurt. That dog takes off because it's like, oh shit, there's two of them. And that guy's getting a little ornery. So it gives us some room, and we get out. My dogs are like freaked out, and we get off onto the trail. And they do their business real quick, and they're stubborn as heck. They don't want to keep going. They want to come back. They're like, we want round 2. Ring that bell. Ding, ding, ding. Right? And I don't want that. I don't want a dog fight. I'm just trying to get my dogs out to do their business and walk around and stuff and enjoy the natural world. And so what do? I don't have my phone on me. I can't do anything. Or can I? Yes, I can do stuff. So I went across the street. There's a donut shop. I saw an SUV that said Sheriff's Department on it, but I don't see an officer. And I'm pantomiming to the ladies inside the cafe, and they know who I am. They come out and they're like, what's the matter? I got the 2 dogs with me. They're all freaked out still. I can't get in the house, I tell them. There's a dog trying to fight with us sitting in our driveway. I said, I can't. And I don't think anyone's home where that dog lives, because nobody, I've been loud and nobody's coming. That dog's been barking. And that lady said, that dog has been out all night, all morning, barking. Honest, really? I must be really lucky, because I slept right through all that yap, yap, yap. There's a reason why. It's not alcohol. It's just I was really mellowed out when I went to sleep. I was actually really, really tired when I went to sleep. And, you know, I'd had some good food and all that. So I slept really good. And we didn't have, like, eggplant people with the bass throughout the night. It was fairly quiet. I guess I didn't hear a dog barking, but she did, because that dog was over there barking, not over here barking. That dog was other places in the neighborhood barking, not over here barking. I think that's why it didn't wake me up. And so, long story short, before deputies showed up to help with the situation, I was able to get my dogs in. But this is what's up. As soon as we were coming in, like we were coming up into our driveway because we thought the dog was somewhere else and we'd have time to get in. The dog shows up, and that's when I got on the back of the horse. That's when I got on the saddle, and I was like, get! Yeah, ha, ha! Letting it out, right? And that dog just froze when that herding voice came out. And I was telling my dogs to, heel, ha, ha! And my dogs just came right to my legs and stopped. Because when that voice comes out, they know to listen. Because it's so loud, it is pain-shattering. You know? And I'm just like, Rrr. It's, some people say, oh, that's M. Hood's black metal voice. No, it's M. Hood's horseback voice. It's like M. Hood just going, you know, trying to control, like I got, all of a sudden my dogs turn into border collies, or, you know, it's like I'm controlling, you know, the situation, because it's a dog thing, right? So my dogs are at heel. This dog will not come within 15 feet of me now, and the more the get ha 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 comes out, the further it wants to get, and it just left my immediate area and wouldn't come back. And I'm like, okay, we can get the dogs in. So we get the dogs in, and the deputies show up, and they asked me questions. I got these dogs inside, and I said, well, they asked if the dog was aggressive, and I said, it will seem like it is, but no, it just makes a lot of noise, right? These things happen, right? Sometimes there's a loose dog. This dog's not loose all the time. Just once in a while I've experienced this dog loose, but maybe this is the 3rd or 4th time, right? And it's been around for, it's a relatively new dog to my area. Maybe it's been here for 2 months. And they finally got the dog to go into its area that is kind of gated off. So now they got it gated off, but they did knock on the door. No one answered. No one was home. And then they left. And the owner showed up. And I cordially talked to the owner. And the owner told me that the dog escaped. And there was an emergency. So the owner had to go take care of this emergency and was gone all night, leaving the dog outside. You know, the owner apologized over and over. An apology accepted. Yeah. And then I stopped and noticed all the grocery carts. Grocery store wasn't quite open yet. And I was like, my goodness. And I walked through their parking lot without my dogs. Yeah, I saw all the trash. And I saw all these grocery carts everywhere. And I was like, my goodness, we just don't have any order this morning. Nothing's orderly. And it was a quiet night. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I slept really good. But it looks like all hell broke loose. What's going on here? The store opens. It's been open for about 30 minutes. And there's still grocery carts everywhere. It's still disorderly. But people are just walking around with dead eyes. They need a grocery cart. And they walk by several that are just in the parking lot all the way up to the entrance of the store and get one up there instead of taking one that was like 5 feet from where they parked. Loose dogs and grocery carts everywhere. Now you could go anywhere in the world and find loose dogs. Perhaps you can go all kinds of places in the world and find grocery carts all over the place and trash on the ground. Perhaps disorder is more of a universal problem than it is a problem particular to one area. We need order in our lives. And sometimes we're just knocking our head up against a brick wall, flogging a dead horse, when we're trying to deal with the disorderliness that is around us, but not inside our lives, right? So maybe where you need to start to find order is inside your own life, inside your own house, with your own dogs. And occasionally, the disorderliness of the world around you is going to intervene and cause issues, and you have to be ready to take it head on and deal with it. Yeah, you're right. This is a full moon video, by the way. I don't like to fish the full moon around here because things are too fast, too high, or too low, affecting the tide. It doesn't really affect other animals except for humans. It can affect humans, but I don't think the full moon had some squirrely hair off that dog's butt. I think that dog just was going a little neurotic because it was stuck out all night. Once the owner was around, the dog was kind. Well, kind of kind. Still yappy a little bit, but a little more chilled. That's just my chaotic morning. But now everything is orderly. Well, we're getting there, right? The kitchen is dirty, but it's about to be cleaned. We got one hound fed, and now we're gonna go for the corgi hound with his food. Yeah, you're right. Keep it together, people. We all live in this world together. Put your grocery cart back where you got it. If there's a bunch of loose ones in the parking lot when you park and you're walking up to the store, grab one of them. Do the world a favor. Pick up some garbage. Yeah, you're right, because we all live here. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, being a member of the channel. Yeah, you're right. I'll see y'all next time.